How are you today?
Good morning, John. I'm good.
You said last week you guys were going to do some cross scouting. Did you come up with any new ideas or find out anything about your team you didn't already know?
I don't think that we found out anything that we didn't already know, because when you don't play good, you know that you're not playing good. So what you try to do is you just try to discover why you're not playing good, why the players are doing some of the things on the field that they're doing. And now isolate those things and then try to improve on those things. For instance, I know we always talk about the running game and stopping the run. Well, why did this guy run for 94 yards? Okay. And now you can see who didn't fit what gap and what might help him, all right, be able to fit that gap correctly the next time so that maybe you can make the tackle for a 4-yard gain instead of a 94-yard gain. And same thing in the passing game. Why didn't the guy stay on top of this route? All right, what did he see? What was he looking at? All right, but he let the guy run past him, and then it becomes a big play. So we're going to try to eliminate those big plays and then solidify the running game. Now, with that being said, John, I've been saying that all season about, boom, solidifying the running game. Well, either we do it or we don't. And if we don't, then we're going to lose, okay? If we do, then we're going to be competitive and we're going to be in games.
I have one more, please. You could be playing against a rookie quarterback, Jake Luton. They're not going to say who they're going to start. But if you do, and you've done this many times, play against a rookie where you don't have anything on tape in the NFL, how do you go about preparing for a guy in that situation?
Well, without giving away too much, I know that the rookie hasn't seen a lot, and so probably I might try to show him more things than just a straight 3-deep zone or a 2-deep zone, because he probably knows what to do against those.
Aaron Reese.
Hey, Romeo, you had said recently that you guys were going to evaluate during the bye week whether to bring back Kahale. I'm just wondering if you have an update on him coming out of IR and anyone else on IR, AJ Moore, Garyon Conley as well.
Well, AJ and Kahale, they're going to be activated. That window, that 3-week window is going to be open for those guys this week so they can start practicing and we can evaluate them. And then at the end of that 3 weeks, we'll bring them to the 53, or either we'll move them back to IR, depending on how they're doing and where they are.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, good morning, Romeo.
Good morning.
Romeo, when you look at your injury situation, do you expect Bradley Roby and Jordan Akins back as you'd hoped? Do you think that's something that will happen this week? Those guys are able to practice and hopefully play on Sunday.
Yes, I think that they'll be back. And today we're going to do a little work today, not a full load, but we'll be able to tell a little bit more about them today because they are going to be out there working.
Then, with the with the pass rush, what are some things that you identify when you're watching and doing your self scouting? What are some things you saw about your own pass rush and your ability to pressure the quarterback? Thank you.
Yeah, well, some of the things on pass rush is rush lanes. And and when you have the pressure on the quarterback and he's able to escape, then your rush lanes are not what they need to be. So I think that's one area that we can improve in is our rush lanes and keeping the quarterback in the pocket.
Cody Stutes.
Romeo, I know you've hinted at it or talked about it a little bit. Anthony's talked about it with some of the young guys on defense, specifically like Ross Blacklock and John Grenard, that they're behind because of the offseason, because of the shortened offseason. Grenard had the injury as well. Are they just going to stay behind, or is there an opportunity for them to catch up, and how do they catch up? Is it just a practice situation? Is it make the most of reps in games? How do those guys catch up, or is this just a season where it'd be too tough for them to catch up?
Well, they have to try to catch up the best they can in practice, all right, and then take advantage of the reps they get in the games. Because we have been playing them some in the games. Now, the number is not a great number, but you can get better the fastest or the best when you play in the games. Practice is not quite like the game. So when they have their opportunity in the games, then they have to try to produce. And the biggest thing about the games is that's where they learn the most, because what they think they can do in practice and they try to do it in a game, it doesn't work because the competition is at a different level in the game. And so they got to try to take advantage of those opportunities they get in the game. Now, with that being said, because they don't know what they don't know, they're going to make mistakes in the game. Okay, so now then, as the coach, you got to try to determine, well, how long do I play this guy? All right, how many reps do I give him in the game? And then what does he do with those reps that he gets? So if he does good with those reps, he can make plays and he can take care of his gap. Then maybe you say, I'll give him more reps. Okay, if he doesn't do as well, if he jumps off blocks and give up runs and things like that, then you know that he's not quite ready yet. So then you don't put him in as many times.
Christy.
Hi, Romeo. I wondered after the positive COVID test last week, if everything's back to normal with the team and if that test impacted anything the coaching staff was planning to do last week at the facilities.
No, not really. I mean, the thing that the NFL has put us through an intense protocol, you know, like the guys will be wearing face shields on their helmets at practice to try to minimize any contact or any spread that way. You know, we did a deep cleaning of the football level, you know, and we're taking all the precautions that we're supposed to take to try to minimize any potential spread. But the thing about it is that I guess over the week we had 900 negatives that came up, and there are no positives. So we're trying to do the right thing, and I think our players are doing the right thing for the most part.
We'll take two more. Aaron Wilson.
So, the trade deadline is tomorrow. We've talked with you a few times about this, and you've been pretty adamant that you like your guys. You're not necessarily looking for anything fire sale wise. Just what is your update as far as the likelihood of anything happening? Do you feel like anything's been attractive so far at all as far as offers?
Well, you know, we made a trade the other day. Eli Anku traded him and got a late round draft choice. You know, so we will trade, but I mean, I told you before, I'm not trading for peanuts. You know, if they want to make a substantial offer, then we will consider it.
And last one for John McClain.
Romeo, James Robinson, their rookie running back, he's sixth in the NFL in all-purpose yards. You guys played your best game against him, and he's played great since you guys played him. What was the key to doing such a good job against him in the first game? And do you have to change anything considering they saw how you were going to play him in that game?
Well, I don't think that we have to change. I think we have to continue to do what we did in that game to slow him down. Now, knowing that he's gotten better, all right, so we're going to have to be better in trying to stop him as well. You know, and so that comes down to that discipline I talk to these guys about all the time, is the discipline of doing your job first and then try to help out and not jumping off blocks too soon, which creates seams. And if we don't create seams, then we have a better chance of slowing down the run.
Thanks for the time, Romeo.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.